This is the real-life adventure of 3 boys, 3 girls and 4 countries. Working with orphans in Romania, the railways of India, sheep farming in Iceland, and cotton picking in Louisiana. This is TREX 2.
Travelling the world on work experience sounds like a gap year dream to some, but for 6 British teenagers, it's set to become a stark reality. Osman, an art student from Glasgow. Sean, a student from Middlesbrough. Adam, an RAF trainee from Devon. Rachel, a student from Leeds. Lorna, a student from Paisley. Sasha, a receptionist from London. In 1990, after the fall of communist dictator Ceausescu, Romania's terrible secret was laid bare. Orphanages, which had been hidden in rural communities, were under the gaze of the world. The horrific plight of the young people has worsened over the intervening years. Romania is a broken country. Its standard of living makes it a third world economy within Europe. People in the town here are living on the breadline, so the orphans have been all but forgotten. With a population of 12,000 in Siret, 3,000 were institutionalised. The TREX team will work here with the Romanian Challenge Appeal project. This will be one of the toughest experiences of their lives.
Everybody that comes here, more or less, is a total stranger to everyone else. There are some people, last week we didn't even know the names of them and they'd gone. So you don't know anybody, you hardly know each other, but in this situation you have got to work together. There's no point in sitting around criticising or moaning and saying he's done this or she's done that, because if that is what we did here, we would never get anywhere.
Well, certainly today and tomorrow you're going to get into the hospital and to see that. You're probably going to be shocked. I mean, everybody's still shocked when they walk in. The only piece of advice is don't read too much into it. Try and see the kids for what they are, We'll go in there now this morning, have a look. We'll all spend some time there in the afternoon just getting involved with the programmes, both with our Romanian staff and with our English volunteers as well.
Don't panic. Don't think, God, I could never do this. We can all do it if we just sort of think positively. And, the challenge is yours for the rest of your lives, because you can change the world if you want to. We're going to go up now, straight to the hospital.
Yeah, the one thing to do in the hospital,
don't take
any personal belongings up with you. Even though they are lovely kids, they'll rob you blind, because it's dog eat dog up there. You can just leave all your monies here, you won't need anything from now.
Girls, get a t-shirt on you, because that's the other problem we have up there. You've got big lads, they're all over you. So these little lads can't protect you.
It's a baptism of fire for the TREX team. They will have experienced nothing like this before. The stench and humid atmosphere inside will test them to the limit.
Right, so all the children will be inside now, because kids are going to come up to you, and they're going to smile at you and they're going to touch you and that, but don't be frightened, just sort of kind of gently put your hands out, Fine. Mona, drapta.
At the end of 1989, the founder and executive director of the charity, Monica McDade, first entered the Children's Hospital Orphanage in Siret.
So we'll go straight up the stairs. We'll go straight up the stairs.
This was originally built as an army barracks and later used as a prison. It was and is home to children aged between 3 and 25 years. Many families who had literally lost everything during this period of readjustment were unable to care for their children, let alone a child with any type of special medical or psychiatric needs. Institutions lacking investment in sanitation and environmental conditions were soon overwhelmed with children. Some of the children in the hospital have scalp infections caused by a fungus that thrives on poor nutrition and squalor. Our team have to take sensible precautions, remembering always to wash their hands. The whole TREX team had a gamut of injections for this trip. Just for Romania, the jabs included tetanus, diphtheria, polio, tuberculosis, hepatitis A, 3 courses of hepatitis B, typhoid, cholera, meningitis and rabies. There are still rats in the hospital building, especially in the basement, and they may carry an illness called leptospirosis. Any cuts need covering with a waterproof plaster, and rubber gloves are issued when nappy changing. Despite all this, volunteers are encouraged not to hold back from giving the children physical affection. There is a sense of fear amongst the group. They don't know what to expect. For many, the TV images of orphanages they have seen over the years is far removed from the reality. The expressions on their faces says it all. The children here see Monica as a mother-like figure. She's dedicated her life to them, so their attachment and love is understandable. Osman is getting right into it. Despite the desperation of the situation, there is a sense of excitement with the new visitors. Lorna has worked at an orphanage before, in Morocco, yet she seems quite reluctant to let any of the young people get too close. Didn't she heed the warning to leave her valuables behind? No such reticence for Sasha. She's feeling a connection already. The hospital section of the orphanage houses the most seriously ill children, those dying from AIDS, and those who are tied up to protect them from injuring themselves and others.
It's just, you know, you see it on television, but it's real life.
It's too much to look at.
But you can't stop though.
Monica and her team are allowed access to help basic hygiene for the kids and help with the general well-being of the children.
David, you're going to get all these kids' clothes?
I drew a butterfly on the back, on the front there. He turned it over and he copied it.
For the TREX team, it's a hardship of a few weeks, but for those here, it's been a lifetime of confinement. Few of the children here have writing or reading skills. Many cannot even wash without assistance. Monica is trying to provide them with some hope, some chance of joining the world outside.
No, I didn't expect this at all. We got told about it, but nothing like this. Some of the kids are like tied to the bed and it's like, why? It's all a bit too much to take in just all at once. It's mad. Like some of them are just rocking back and forth because like they're so scared, and there was a girl in there with a hand over her eyes and because she was that scared she wanted to hide and then rocking back. They'd all stay in the corner after they made the beds. There was a girl in a wheelchair, she just stays in the corner all the time, so they're trying to get her to come out. It's a bit scary. You don't really know what to say really in a situation like this.
I didn't expect it at all. I mean, I've never seen anything like this apart from on the television, but you actually come here and you do feel a bit Yeah, it's really sad.
One of Monica's most ambitious ventures is this dilapidated, bullet-riddled farm that the Challenge Appeal has bought from the government. This long-term project will provide work, accommodation, and a real sense of worth and self-sufficiency for those coming out of the institution.
There's a lot of work here to be done before the end of the year. I mean, you look at it and you think, goodness me, how are you going to start it?
Yeah, you don't know where to start.
We know where to start. So you'll be on here next week. That's where you will be. So you'll make the first start.
I'll be going Tuesday.
This used to be a huge state farm. Just gone into disrepair. And it's not used. In this part of the country, there's a tremendous shortage of food. And all this land is here. And we can't get enough food. So believe it or not, these things are used. So those are sorters. I mean, they work, they just need to be repaired and cleaned up. But it's all rusty. I don't think the key's in it though. Make sure it's not in reverse, if the key's in.
Farmer Jack and his tractor.
I mean, we need a couple of new tractors and a combine. And that's all you need to get started. It'll come together. I mean, this is a solid building, but it's going to take a lot of renovation. And again, it's the result of a lot of volunteers.
Kincasler is the latest success story for Monica. Kids from the orphanage can live and work in a civilised community. Making their own food and having their own clothes and responsibilities is the first step to being self-sufficient.
She goes through wheelchairs here like 10 a penny. Come in, Trabat. In English.
What's your name?
Rachel.
Put your hand up.
Rachel.
Rachel.
The garden is both therapeutic and a source of income for the house. This can only ever be a temporary solution as integration with society is the end goal, but the girls here have flourished outside the orphanage.
Oh, yeah.
Another success story. At this Antilla house, a workshop of garments and lace is already overrun with orders.
And this is the one that we're using now for the atelier. There's somebody back home has asked us to do a lot of these for them because they want to buy them. So the kids are making them. And they're also making other little craft things that people want. Yes? Oh, sure, that's what she's making. Covers for the coat hangers. That's nice, isn't it? Hey, bud? The tiniest age. Margareta?
It's back to the orphanage for two brave trekkers. Adam and Sasha are working in the physiotherapy centre. Some of the volunteers from the Challenge Appeal don't even venture this far. Unbelievably, this boy is nearly 11 years old. Having lived most of his life confined to a cot, his lungs have grown beyond the size of his ribcage. He has to snort loudly to fight for each breath of air.
Yeah, we're just doing a bit of physio to keep the arms stretched and things. Because when they're in the position like that, they just need to be stretched, otherwise they just won't get comfortable. So what we're doing is massaging, some oil and things like that, just make it feel comfortable.
We're in the physio room and they're just trying to stretch their limbs and that because all they do is sit down upstairs all day and then at least this way then their limbs are moving. But I don't really want to do it.
This is a first for Adam. He's being brave. For Sasha, it's proving to be too much reality for the first day.
needs a lot of care, I think, and just attention.
Maybe we can stand in the sun. Shade it up. Things that way. Yeah.
I just feel so sorry for him. Rachel feels the same way. She reckons she's going to start bawling her eyes out later on as well. But I don't know, Sean's alright with it, and Osman and Lorna are as well. And Adam, obviously, but I don't know.
Across the shoulder.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
That's it. You can just slightly tap it.
You know, I've got a proper tissue. I mean, it wasn't too bad when we was like in the houses places, but you know, I just can't cope in here. I don't like this place. Like the other places are alright, I could cope sort of thing, but this is just too much.
I think gradually you will get used to it and get into the routine of doing things, but it's not something I'd like to do, but it has to be done. So
Here's nothing like England. In England, I mean, it's just normal to walk around and to smell clean sort of thing, but here it's just, I don't know, it's the kind of be classed as an orphanage, I don't think, because there's so like people in it older than I am. It's just like a homeless thing.
What things would normally make you cry?
Nothing, that's the thing, I never cry at anything. Well, it's so upsetting.
It's not all tears though. Rachel and Osman are being taught a few new tunes. The charity team try to get the children out into the fields for some basic exercise and games whenever they can. Fresh air is important when you're locked away for long periods at a time.
I don't know what they're playing.
For these young people, it's like being in prison, yet they're not criminals. They just have no family, or no family who wants them enough to love them. But despite being locked away for months on end, the spirits amongst the children are high.
I think she loves me. I have a friend for life. I thought I'd be able to handle it, and I just really couldn't handle it at all.
So you two couldn't kind of stay here permanently, no?
I cannot understand how they can do it all. I really couldn't do it.
It's too much.
The evening meal is an important focal point for the volunteers of the Challenge Appeal charity and the TREX team. It's an opportunity to discuss their day. This acts almost as a form of therapy, and the meal gives everyone the opportunity to discuss how they feel. Purging your demons here is part of the process.
Is this so?
Yeah, be careful. Yeah.
The team have found their appetites at least. It hasn't put Sasha off her dinner.
Does anyone want some salt? I have to wash my hands pure.
These are chips we can't eat.
Do I use this?
Yeah. But you know.
Just seeing it for the first time, just gets to you.
Yeah, we did see a bit much in one day.
But what you've experienced is standard, you know, tears, laughter, a lot. It's always it's certainly very hard work, no matter what. You know, certain things happen and you don't know how to handle it.
No, but I didn't do anything, and I felt a bit of a letdown, a bit of failure, because I didn't do anything. Because we was in this room, in the physiotherapy bit, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
No, I couldn't. Physio, I can't, and I still can't do physio. I walk in there, and I love the kids dearly, but I cannot get involved. You know, the bigger lot that I deal with, easy, piece of cake, well, within reason. But I cannot do physiotherapy. It just does my head in.
Because they're all in their beds, like most of the time, or they're sat down somewhere, they don't really get much freedom of movement.
Sat down, tied down.
So what you have to do is take them into the physio room and just use like oils and things like that, just to relax their muscles and that. Just massage it in, and then just do a few stretches on their arms and legs and things like that. And just it's just like a massage room, and just giving them a chance to just have a play around, and just move around, using their muscles a bit more. I didn't like it, but I just got and done it because someone's got to do it.
Because like some of the orphans are like 30 years old, and it's natural instinct to like have sex and stuff. So do they not do that? And what do you do? Do you have like contraception and stuff for them?
I'm led to believe that.
Why are you laughing? That's a serious question.
Yeah, serious. I'm led to believe that they do tend to put like bromide in the food to keep it as calm as possible, but it does go on, and abortions do happen. Homosexuality is a fairly major part up there as well. It's rife. It's shocking. I never realised, I have to admit, my first couple of weeks, you sort of sit there in a complete dream thinking that everything's very harsh. Nothing like that ever happens, but it does, and it's quite extreme. It's a scary old atmosphere at times. As I said, I wouldn't want to go in there at night. But I'm impressed that you all got through the day relatively well.
It's just
He's feeling angry and upset, a natural reaction to the frustration of the situation here. The TREX team will need this passion to survive the next few months.
I was trying to be quiet, but I just can't keep my mouth shut.
You didn't say a word the whole time we were in the school.
I know.
If it didn't bother you at all, then it'd be a bit heartless, I suppose.
But you're loving it.
Doesn't mean it doesn't affect me. I enjoy being around the kids and I enjoy doing the work, but it doesn't mean that I don't think this is horrific, but I enjoy it because I'm getting a chance to do something about the fact that it's horrific. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I suppose people deal with it in their own ways. I mean,
Are you finished with it?
I think we just need to do that.